Justin Bieber's Desperate Plea. The album that exposed everything. Hold on to your seats because what I'm about to tell you will completely change how you see Justin Bieber's marriage forever. The pop superstar just dropped what might be the most revealing, vulnerable, and downright shocking album of his entire
Justin Bieber's
career.
kind of a menace for releasing Swag
And
1
it's
and
basically
Swag
a
2, like
23-song love letter begging his wife Hailey not to leave him. We're talking raw confessions, biblical breakdowns, and lyrics so desperate they'll make you question everything you thought you knew about Hollywood's golden couple.
Very true.
Just weeks after releasing Swag 1, Justin blindsided the entire music industry by dropping Swag 2. Trust me, nobody saw this coming. Not his label, not streaming services, and definitely not the fans who are still trying to process what they just heard.
Justin Bieber
This isn't just another album drop. This is Justin Bieber laying his soul bare for the world to see. And what we're seeing is messy, complicated, and absolutely fascinating.
Justin Bieber has
the timing of this release is suspicious enough to raise serious eyebrows across social media. Swag 2 dropped on the exact same day that Hailey Bieber's Rhode skincare brand made its grand entrance into Sephora stores nationwide. Coincidence? I think not. Pink promotional billboards started popping up everywhere, creating this coordinated marketing blitz that had fans wondering if this was strategic genius or something much more desperate underneath the surface.
Honestly,
here's where things get interesting and a little concerning. Some industry insiders are whispering that Justin might be using this album release to overshadow Hailey's business success. Think about it. She's building her own empire, becoming financially independent, and suddenly Justin drops the most emotionally charged album of his life.
We just learned about this second album.
The timing
this
feels
week,
calculated,
pretty sure
like he's trying to pull focus back to her relationship drama instead of celebrating her achievements.
Not actual
Remember Swag 1? That album was packed with concerning lyrics about arguments, patience running thin, and what sounded like a marriage on the rocks.
So today,
fans were already speculating about trouble in paradise, and Justin's own words seemed to confirm their worst fears. But Swag 2 tells a completely different story, one that's somehow even more revealing than the first installment. The opening track, I Think You're Special, immediately sets a tone that's miles away from the frustrated energy of the previous album. Justin's singing about love conquering everything, repeatedly telling Hailey how special she is, like he's desperately trying to rebuild something that was falling apart. The shift is so dramatic it's almost jarring. We're talking about going from barely contained frustration to overwhelming affection in just a few weeks. But here's where Justin really loses his mind. And I mean that in the most fascinating way possible.
Of course, these two have had so
track after track, he's essentially chronicling what appears to be a complete relationship rehabilitation project. Better Man addresses the media circus surrounding their marriage head-on, with Justin acknowledging how every little thing they do gets scrutinized by millions of people. Instead of complaining about it, though, he's somehow spinning all that negative attention into something romantic, claiming it feels like they're dancing together against the world. The vulnerability gets even more intense with I Do, which directly references their 2024 wedding vow renewal. Justin's singing about exclusive devotion, promising that nobody else gets to touch her, and the whole thing sounds like he's trying to convince both Hailey and himself that their marriage is
Justin Bieber's kind of a
unbreakable.
menace for releasing Swag 1 and
There's
Swag
even
2,
what
like
sounds like an
and I'll tell you what.
interpolation of
Swag
the
1 was
Police's
released before
Every
August
Breath
28th,
You
which
Take,
didn't know that's when
which,
Bieber
let's
came
be
out with
honest, is
the
either
period.
incredibly
Swag 2 coming
romantic
out September
or
5th,
slightly
meaning that
obsessive,
Swag 1 is
depending on how you
eligible
look
for
at it.
2026 Grammys, and Swag 2
Then we
eligible
get
for
to
2027
Don't Wanna.
Grammys. He's going to be in
And this
conversation
is where
about his music
Justin
for the next 2.5
completely drops his
years.
guard.
I can imagine what his
He's
team and his
admitting
label
that
have
he's
to say besides
terrified
that.
of losing Hailey,
Crazy world
acknowledging
tour,
that he
saw
might have
success
taken
of
her
Swag
for
1,
granted,
the great marketing
and
move,
showing a
and
level of emotional
I don't know,
vulnerability
like,
that we rarely see from male
something
pop
like this has happened
stars.
before.
This
I
isn't
wouldn't know
the
about it.
confident, cocky Justin Bieber we've known for years.
I wouldn't know about it.
This is a man who's genuinely scared his wife might walk
and honestly,
away.
it's not even shocking.
The religious content on this album is absolutely wild. Story of God is nearly 8 minutes minutes of Justin doing spoken word about the Garden of Eden, creating this ambient, meditative soundscape that feels more like a therapy session than a pop song.
Now, I thought maybe Swag 2
His
would be
increased
more
focus on
pop-based
religion
and a
has
little
been
more
raising
upbeat
eyebrows
and
for a while
polished,
now,
but
with
it
some
turns out
fans
it's just like the
expressing
first one,
concerns
more
about
R&B,
potential
kind of
cult-like
organic
influences in
sounding,
his
like
life.
he's recording it in a pool.
This track
The
doesn't
same
exactly
point.
calm
Hailey
those
seems like
fears.
she'll get the attention.
Throughout the
Now,
album,
one of his songs,
we're
I
getting
think,
glimpses
is
of their
special.
private
It seems to
arguments
be
and
a much
reconciliations.
nicer tone when it comes to
Petting
Hailey.
Zoo
For
apparently
not, it
deals
looks
with
bad,
unwanted
especially
conflicts,
because
while
Justin's
Speed
history with
Demon
Kendall isn't
reveals how
exactly
Hailey
squeaky
supports
clean.
Justin
Whether
through his
He sings,
depression,
"Love is over
literally
everything.
building
This is
him
what I
up when he's
believe.
at his
Ain't no other
lowest
love like
points.
this. It's the reason
It's
you
intimate to the
exist. We
point
don't
of being
gotta try, no,
uncomfortable,
baby.
like we're eavesdropping
I
on
think you're
private
special.
conversations that were never meant for public
Instead
consumption.
of ignoring the photo,
The family
under
content
Justin's
adds another
post,
layer
she
of
wrote,
complexity
"It's
to this
always Kendall
emotional
telling
roller
a story
coaster.
with her hands."
Mother and
Like,
You
okay, she
references
tries to make
both
it
Hailey and their
lighthearted, but the
son
whole
Jack
comment felt like
Blues,
she- Hailey
with Justin
actually
reflecting
jumped
on
into
how becoming a
Justin's comment
father has
section to add
completely
her
changed
2
his
cents.
perspective
And
on life
honestly,
and love.
it came off more
He's
awkward
promising
than
to be
funny.
present as
Later,
both a
"I just
husband
been
and
a
father,
lover ever
but
since
there's
I
an
let you
underlying
in.
desperation to
Together,
these
I'm in
promises
heaven."
that suggests
trying
he knows
way
he
too
hasn't
hard to
always
play
lived
cool
up to
because-
those
So
standards
again,
in the
a much
past.
better tone than his last album.
Here's
where
what's
he had to
really
sing
getting
about
people
patience
talking,
when
the
arguing
collaboration
with Hailey.
situation
Let's be
with
real.
Eddie
Why
Benjamin.
is the wife?
This guy
next,
has
I'll say, I
apparently
think your
become
special
Justin's
featuring
primary
tunes. I love
ghostwriter,
the feature.
and
It
he's
didn't even feel
featured
like a feature.
on
I liked that it
Open
was-
Up Your
I saw
Heart,
somebody on Twitter say this,
which
but
ranked
I agree.
18th out of
I like that
23
it's a duet.
tracks.
It's not really like
Fans
10
are
times,
not
like, one
impressed
verse
with
and then another
Benjamin's
verse from the beginning of the
contributions,
song. So I really like
and
that.
there's
It
growing
sounded great
criticism
together,
about
and I
how
really
much
enjoyed working with
influence
her
he has over
previously, and
Justin's
their voices
creative
sound really
output.
great together, so I definitely
Some are
think
wondering
this
if
is gonna be a
Justin's
fan
even
favorite
writing
for
his
sure.
own
Explaining the
emotional
vibe under
confessions
her
anymore.
husband's post instead of just being
The critical
in the moment.
reception
And
has
then
been
Kendall chimed in
absolutely
too,
brutal in
replying,
some
"God
corners of the
forbid
internet.
I'm a visual
Reddit threads are
storyteller."
tearing
Cute,
apart the
sure,
album's
but
repetitive
it just added
sound,
fuel to
with
the
users
fire.
complaining
Instead
that
of
too
easing
many
tension,
songs
the
feel like unfinished
exchange
voice
made people's
memos
side eye
rather than
harder.
polished
Like, if you
studio
ask me,
recordings.
Hailey was deflecting instead
The
of
lack of
actually
dynamic
addressing how
range
close
is getting
Kendall and
roasted,
Justin looked.
and
Now, in
people are
Justin's
questioning
song,
whether
Story
Justin's
of
raw
God, he
vocal
gets
style
lost
is an
in the Garden
intentional
of
artistic
Eden.
choice
He like
or
retells the
evidence
foundational
of vocal
Bible
decline.
story in a spoken word.
But here's
And
the thing that's
song
really
itself
dividing
is
fans.
just, like,
Those
kind of,
Michael Jackson-inspired vocal
singing with
grunts
some
and
synths,
ad-libs
some
that Justin's
yearning
been
backing
incorporating.
vocals.
Some people think
not
it's a
highly
bold
ranked
artistic
song
statement,
for a
while
reason.
others
And
are cringing
honestly,
every
the fact
time they
that
hear
Hailey
it.
blocked. She
The debate
knows
is getting
exactly
heated,
how he
with
had to hop into the
longtime
comments,
fans worried
says,
that Justin's
instead of shutting
losing
it
his
down, her
unique
little
sound
funny
in favor of
line made people
imitating
talk
legends.
even more.
Despite the
Because
criticism,
the truth
there's
is,
something
this isn't just
undeniably
about one
compelling about
comment or
Swag
one
2
night out.
that
People have
sets it
been
apart from the
side-eyeing Hailey and
generic
Kendall's
country
so-called
pop
internet
trend
views, her
dominating
place in this
mainstream
trio,
music
and
right now.
Now, this song is actually
The production
7
feels more
minutes
natural
45
and lived
seconds,
in
and
compared to the
listening to it
polished
doesn't really
perfection we
sound like
usually
much of a
expect
song.
from major pop releases. The lyrics, while sometimes painfully personal,
It sounds
show
like
genuine
what I would listen
thoughtfulness and
to,
intention
like,
that's refreshing
while
in
getting a
today's
massage
music
or
landscape.
something.
Love Song, which fans are calling the
Interesting.
strongest
I mean,
track
we know that
from
he's
Swag
been
2,
very
dives
religious
deep into
nowadays. I hope
themes
it's
of
the
magic
right
and being
religion.
spellbound by
About
love.
it. Gail saying Kendall only
Justin's
keeps Hailey
expressing
around
this
because of
desperate
Justin.
desire to
And
be
honestly,
everything
the
his
way that
partner
Hailey comes
needs,
off like
which
the
sounds
jealous bestie
romantic
while
on the
Kendall
surface,
plays the pick-me,
but also
it's
hints at
looking more
codependency
friendship
issues
for
that
years,
probably
and the
need
Reddit
professional
threads,
attention.
Yeah, that even includes the rumors about him and
The album's
Courtney.
exploration of
Guess some of the,
argument and
like,
reconciliation
cults that he's been
cycles is
hanging out with
particularly
aren't much of
revealing.
churches.
Songs
close
like
with the
Petting Zoo and
Kardashian-Jenners at
Speed
the
Demon
time. Even
paint a
got
picture of a
started.
relationship
People say
that's
Hailey
been
only
through
pushed for that
serious rough
and
patches,
This bind
with
of
Hailey
reads, there's been a
consistently playing
nasty
the role
accident
of
in Hollywood,
emotional
and
support
someone will
during
have to
Justin's
pay
darkest
up.
moments.
The issue is nobody wants
It's
to
a
take
pattern that raises
responsibility
questions
per
about the
usual.
balance of
Because
emotional
Justin was
labor
whole
in their marriage.
besties era. Some people swear
What
the whole
makes this
thing
whole
isn't even
situation even
transactional
more
than genuine.
fascinating
And
is
let's
how
not
Swag
forget
2
how this
serves
made
as both
Courtney
a public
squirm
apology
when she
and a
asked
But that's not the
desperate
case
plea for
anymore, because
forgiveness.
with Morgan & Morgan,
Justin's
regular
not
people
just
are
asking
finally
Hailey
winning
to
too.
stay.
They are the
He's
largest
doing
entry
it in
law
front
firm
of
in America,
millions of
with over
listeners,
1,000
turning their
attorneys and
private
offices
relationship
across
struggles
the
into
country,
public
ready to
entertainment.
fight for you if you
It's
end up
manipulation
In the entertainment
disguised as
industry, these stars
vulnerability,
about it during
and it's
a sit-down. I'm not
absolutely
gonna dive all the way into
captivating
that
to
mess
witness.
right now, but
Does Justin
The
Bieber
family
help with the
dynamics
kids at all,
revealed
or-
through these
Let's just say
songs
Ellen
add
really
another
dating
layer
him
of
for more
complexity
fun.
to an already complicated
No,
narrative.
that's the rumor. I know.
Justin's
have a full
references to Jack Blues and his commitment to
friends.
being
You're
a
smiling
present
as if y'all
father
are
suggest
just
he's
friends,
trying
right? Or
to
are
use
you
parenthood
friends?
as motivation for
Why are you
personal
smiling
growth.
that way?
To
But there's
manage
something
them. Why
almost
shouldn't you?
performative sensitive about
that
how he's
maybe
broadcasting
it's
these
beyond
people.
friends.
Plus, they've been doing
family
this for over
moments to the
35
world.
years and recovered $25 billion.
Industry observers are calling Swag 2
One of their
a
clients was offered
masterclass in emotional manipulation through music,
$350,000
but
from
they
an
can't
insurance
deny
company.
its effectiveness.
Morgan got them
Despite
$12
mixed
million.
critical reception,
smiling this
the
whole
album
time
is
since
generating
I've been-
massive
Meanwhile,
conversation
being
and
tight
keeping
with Kendall
Justin
was
Bieber
just
relevant
No, not
in
like
an
that.
increasingly
another
crowded
way
pop
to keep
landscape.
Justin locked in.
Whether that
Which
relevance
is
comes at
whole
the
different
cost
thing.
of
And
his
these aren't
marriage's
rare
privacy
stories. This
is
is what
another
they
question
True
entirely.
makes all those BSF goals moments
The bottom line
feel
is this.
fake, especially
Swag 2
when
isn't just an album.
Easy it is.
It's a
For in
23-song
2025,
every
therapy
other girl
session
in that
disguised as
circle is a
entertainment,
successful
a
Nepo
public
baby.
relationship
QR code and fill
intervention,
out your case
and
within
possibly the
minutes.
most
And remember,
desperate
the
celebrity
fee is
plea
free
for
unless
forgiveness
they win.
we've
so
ever
you don't have to
witnessed.
pay anything out of pocket, and
Whether
you're not
Hailey
hiring a
Bieber
lawyer.
finds it
Bragging
romantic
as the
or
flock Nepo
suffocating
baby with
remains
no
to be
real
You
seen.
are hiring a full
But one
team
thing's
who
for
knows
certain.
how to get it done.
Justin
Top
Bieber
voted
just showed
comments
us
flat out
exactly
said
how
Hailey
far
and
he's
Kendall
willing to
only
go to
use each
save
other
his marriage,
depending on who's more
even if
famous
it means
at the time.
exposing
And the
every intimate
wildest part,
detail to the
Kendall
entire world.
allegedly hooked up with Justin,
Retry.
but Hailey still